Today is going to be ridiculous because we have two pocket swords in the Cold Steel Mayhem
and the Cold Steel 5 Max
that we're going to be testing out for you guys today. I'm Aaron. We're hanging out with my brother Nate today as we throw down with these two knives to see what their capabilities are. What's it like to carry a pocket sword?
I feel like Gulliver because it's like,
and if there are any limitations. So thanks for hanging out with us today. This is Gideonstactical. Let's dive in. Yeah. Now these blades are very different. The Mayhem is the larger at 6 inches overall blade length, where the 5 Max is going to be 5 inches overall blade length. However, the Mayhem will be a little thinner on the stock at 0.17, and the 5 Max comes in at 0.19. Cool! Oh, I just didn't chop hard enough. Look at that. Oh, there it is. Now these also have different steel compositions. The Mayhem has the more budget-friendly AUS 10 steel, where the 5 Max has the more premium CPM S35 VN steel. So we'll see how these steels compare after all the chopping, batoning, all the craziness that we're doing today, and seeing what, if any, difference we see in edge retention based off of this testing. Now the differences don't stop there. There's also the locking mechanisms with the Triad versus the Atlas lock system that we will address momentarily. But before we do that, I have to say, 5 Max, this is Mayhem. Do you copy?
Mayhem, this is 5 Max. I read you loud and clear.
Perfect. Now is an ample opportunity to let everyone know about today's sponsor, which is Rocky Talkie. Now you guys know I've been using their 2-watt mountain radios for almost 3 years now on tons of my adventures. But it's super exciting that they've recently released their GMRS 5-watt radios. And even though I've just begun testing this model, I've already seen a boost in performance with an estimated 2 to 8 mile range in backcountry terrain. Honey Badger, this is Trash Panda.
Do you copy?
Trash Panda, this is Honey Badger. I copy. Over.
And 35 plus miles with line of sight. Do you copy?
Yes, I copy that.
All right, I hear you loud and clear inside the vehicle, so that's excellent. So she's a little over 4 miles away in that forested area over a couple berms. Plus having it be able to be submerged in 1 meter of water and have it still function properly.
Do you copy?
An average battery life of 4 to 6 days on one charge, as well as having access to the NOAA weather channels and NOAA emergency alert monitoring.
This will likely impact travel with snow and blowing snow, creating low visibility and slick roads.
And it's also repeater capable. And that's just scratching the surface of the capabilities of this new 5-watt radio. And during the holiday season, they're hooking us up with a 20% off sale on the original 2-watt mountain radio. That will be going on from November 21st through November 30th, and my exclusive link in the description over to the Rocky Talkie website. That will offer you an automatic 10% off your purchase throughout the rest of the year. So I encourage you guys, hop on over to Rocky Talkie and explore for yourself which radio system is best suited for you. 5 Max, let's go ahead and get back to it.
Roger.
So we have two distinct types of locking mechanisms. On the Mayhem, we have the Atlas lock that came out maybe 2 years ago now, I think, from Cold Steel. You know, it has 2 stop pins back there. You pull back, that releases the blade, and then it will drop and close. So it's definitely, I mean, with this one, with those thumb studs, it's gonna quickly, just the weight of the blade, you can do that. And then, I mean, that's like a guillotine right there if you're not careful. So, I mean, the action is insane, I would say that. For fidget factor as well as horror and like terror, I think that this one definitely is more like that, like guillotine, but also insane action. But man, if your finger gets right in there and you're bringing that heavy a blade, whoosh, sayonara. So yeah, that here, give me the, where's the 5 max? Let's just see this. Okay, so then we know the 5 max, you know, that's the classic triad, super strong, and we're gonna do batoning and we're gonna do chopping here, so we're gonna see how the durability of these things. If we do this, similar, like I would say similar speed for sure. I mean, did you, oh, there you go.
Yeah, you gotta fully commit.
Yeah, okay, so the tension on the lock back is definitely a little bit more. This one seems a little bit like easier. Let's see if we can do that with this one. Oh, you can, but yeah, you have to do a little bit more of a jerk with the triad. And then, here we go. Yep. So that's close. I don't know if I would be doing that with that big a blade. You could, but it's definitely gonna take like more effort. You know, probably best to do two-handed with this one because the other one is just more intuitive. I mean, would you, here, you haven't, here, trade me. You haven't messed around with the Mayhem. So, I mean, you've messed with both. Which one would you prefer?
I mean, this one definitely flings open.
Like, it's funner.
Better,
It's funner.
faster. Yes. The blade is so just gigantic. Yeah, do not use the thumbstick. That is danger. Danger.
So, release, pull back on the Atlas lock and then fling it.
For sure. I mean, it's hilarious because, like, it is just a regular knife that you just blew up. I mean, it was like, honey, I blew up the kid, right? I'm in the little kid's pocket eating the giant M&M.
Right. I mean, that would be a great 4-inch blade. I hope they bring this down to a 4-inch knife.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just funny.
Careful.
It's just funny to play.
This would be, I rarely prefer shrunk down designs. Bring the Mayhem down to like a 4-inch knife, 4-inch blade. Now we're talking.
Well, this is blown up design. That's why.
Right.
They took a regular knife and we're just like, whoop.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, that's fun. But yes, I agree. Also horrifying. in the most fun way possible.
Right, that one's a little
This
bit more,
is
like slow and steady wins the race. That one, the Mayhem is more like the Jackrabbit.
Yeah, this feels like, I mean, almost like any other pocket knife. It's just, you know, that's larger, but it feels like anything else, basically.
All right, well, let's see how these hold up. Okay, let's find out. This is definitely more of a precise tip than on the 5 max. Mayhem does. So let's see what happens here. 1. Oh, and there it went. First one. I knew it.
Dang.
I knew it.
Bye. Wow.
Yep.
That's like super long.
Yep. That's to be expected. I knew that was going to happen. All right. 20 chops. Let's see how deep we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Nice. That was pretty good, and I didn't have to reset once. I like that. Let's see how the lock is doing. Yeah, no issues there. Good. Yeah, I would say ballpark about an inch. Call it an inch, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 12.
Nice. That looked like an inch and a half. Is that an inch and a half, or you say an inch? Okay, so a little bit deeper. Now let's hit pricing and competitive options here real quick. Just to give us some food for thought. And Cold Steel did hook us up with these 2 blades to break them down for you, test them out, see what they're capable of, what limitations they have, so you can determine which one may make more sense for you. Now, the Mayhem currently is going for like $240 on average, is the average going rate for that one, and the 5 max is going to be about $320. So about $80 difference there between the 2 blades. Now, if you love the size range, but you're like, it might be like a little outside my budget, but you want a massive folder, 2 great options are the Cold Steel Raja 2 Kukri 6-inch blade. That thing's like $100 to $110. Wild. And we'll have links for you guys throughout this entire video for all of the blades that we're talking about, all 4 of these, so that you can determine for yourself what might make sense. Always appreciate when you use those links. So the Raja 2 or the Espada, the 5.5-inch blade, that one's like 125 to like 150, depending on where you pick it up. Same steel, AUS 10. So those are some great options in the size range that can save you a little bit. If the 5 Max or the Mayhem seem a little outside the budget, these are great alternatives.
All right, so we're gonna do some batoning now. Same piece of wood. I'm gonna go through it twice. Then we're gonna do the same thing with the Mayhem here.
Okay, how's it doing? Good?
Yep, perfect.
Sweet. Awesome. Okay, so the Atlas lock had some trouble when I tested it the first time. It wasn't fully, it didn't break, but it wasn't fully functional. So I'm very curious to see what this is gonna do. Exact same piece of wood the 5 Max just went through. Obviously not recommended with these blades, but
we're doing it anyway.
Taking it to the max. There we go. Let's see. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm happy with that. Nothing. Great. Good. Awesome. And I'm not seeing any issues there.
I mean, it's huge. Literally nothing other than that.
So just size.
It's really, really big, which is what kind of makes it awesome for what it is. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I really like this thing.
These are wild. I mean, for sure. I mean, if you were to ask me between these two, I would say that the Mayhem is more carryable because it's slimmer. Yeah, look at how thick and freaking fat that is.
Dude, that
and the
thing
pocket clip. That pocket clip is massive.
Fold that thing in. Look at that. I don't know, dude. No.
I mean, they weigh about the same, like right around like 13 ounces. So I mean, that's wild.
Listen, you know me. I actually for real life carry the, what is that? The Rat 1? Is that it?
Yeah.
That big giant thing. I carry that around all the time.
That's not a huge folder. It's a 3.5-inch folder. It's not big.
But it's, I mean, it's big and
it's pretty bulky, I guess.
Every time I carry it, you're like, why are you actually carrying it? Because I love it. That's fine.
Okay, so I would so a few things with these blades. If you're thinking like between the two, I would say like my favorite thing is just the speed and the pure terror. I mean, like if you're gonna freak somebody out, whip this thing out.
Oh yeah.
The Mayhem is like the terror factor. The worst part about it is just how terrifying it also is to open and close. Like it's intimidating all the time, and every time I open and close it, I'm like, is something bad gonna happen to me or to someone in my vicinity that I don't want to injure and or hurt? So I mean, I would say that is the main deterring factor, as well as like the absolute cool factor. Whereas the Max 5, I would say, is more realistic. I mean, if you're gonna go big and you want it to actually be more practical, obviously more durable.
Yep.
The tip, we did have, this is more precise.
Womp womp.
But the edge retention I was really surprised with through that chopping. These both have the same, even though that's S35VN and this is AUS 10. Mm-hmm. So, what do you think about like the more fine stuff?
It was great. I mean, again, like the blade is really fat, obviously, and the handle's big, but I mean, it did a great job. Yeah,
I would say that this one, because again, the handle scales are thinner and it's just wider right here, you can get up if you're gonna actually use the tool, but that one's more ergonomic to do that type of work.
For sure.
So again, this is more, I would say this is more of like the combat, like, intimidation factor and just pure speed and value. That one is more like the true survival tool. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
More terror and like defending yourself. That one is more like camping, survival, like that type of thing with those two. So guys, I mean, if you're looking for an insane, like crazy folder, these both have their capabilities and a little bit of limiting factors and just kind of help them stand out in different ways. So ultimately, we've used both. What would you take? If I put them both on the table, cost is no option, no factor.
I'd take the 5 Max for sure.
The 5 Max?
Yeah, because I'd like, I can see myself actually using this, right? I mean, I wouldn't like obviously carry it around like for the day, but if I was
Comment
going, like,
if you would literally use it on a daily basis at your EDC. Comment below.
I would never use it on a daily basis, but I would like, dude, out here backpacking, or not backpacking, camping, like car camping, whatever. Yeah, I could totally see myself like actually using this.
I think that even though that's more practical, the Mayhem for me, just because of the sheer insanity that it is, I think, and just the wow factor, that's why I would gravitate to it a little bit more, even though that's more practical. The 5 Max is a more practical blade. So, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us today. Let us know if you like this kind of style. Nate's going to be helping me out more as a cameraman. You'll see him on camera in more videos coming up. So leave comments, questions, any thoughts, throw down. And until next time, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared.
We'll see you out there.